All right, what's going on, card fighters? Josh here, Team Zero Gaming and champion of the Arizona ARG event. 52 players, 6 rounds, three in the top, 2-0'd everybody at top. It was a good deck, good format. Interesting top eight, kind of unstandard meta, but I chose Jewel Knights because in the ARG events they're 2 or 3 games. And I figured if any game that came down to 2 or 3s, this is probably the most consistent deck as far as the board plays and how the deck kind of goes. So, starting off with my grade 0, I didn't go with Jewel Knight Tiffany. I went with Shining Knight Milius. It guarantees your Sword Me play on your first stride turn or your other grade 2s that you may need to get into. It calls grade 2s while the rest of your deck calls grade 1s pretty much. Cost the counterblast, but it's still worth running. On to grade 1s. I run 2 Cymbeline. Heat, Wind, Jewel Knight, whatever Cymbalines. On call, rest if you have 3 other Jewel Knights to give 10k to a unit. This is good for pushing your Vanguard over if you didn't stride that turn, or just making good column numbers just to kind of get over your opponent. You're always going to have boards, so it's always good late call off a reverse Ashley or something. Sword Me call. I only run 2 of the 10k attacker. Just because, again, I can call it out if I need it specifically, but usually I don't need.
You don't need that extra attack early.
It's not worth it. Well, plus you have to have 3 other Jewel Knights, so you'll never get the 10k with the starter I chose early. Even on turn 2, it's hard to do. So only run 2. Good utility, definitely worth it. Unlike a lot of decks, I am running reverse Ashley, so I run 3 Supremes, the limit break enablers. Most decks run 4, but the consistency of grade 1 calling from the deck is just way too high to need 4 of any real card at grade 1.
Does it even get cloggy at 3?
No, I think 3 is good. I mean, you could even get it to 2, but I think 4 is not. It's just not necessary. 3, I never had a problem with it. I went with the limit break deck because I knew in this meta against a lot of the
people try to stall you out of stride, your stride turn, and that's not exactly going to help them against your deck.
So yeah, it gives me that. I opened so strong on turn 2, and then on turn 3 I have a limit break Ashley, which is just plus to the field. So I'm strong on first go. I'm stronger on second go. All around. 4 PGGs. I run full Jewel Knight, so I don't run the Jewel Knight PGs. You kind of need the unflip since I do run the grade 1 that costs a counterblast and another grade 2 that's kind of heavy in the counterblast cost. And then finally ran it out with 3 stride assists. Just obviously this deck has some of the most powerful stride units in the game, and as much help as you can. Just had to run 3 because couldn't have room for 4 with all the other grade 1s I had. On the grade 2s, no Jewel Knight deck is complete without 4 copies of Sword Me.
Is that the best card in the game?
Best card in the game. It's stupid. I
think it's going for $20.
$20 a piece. I got them for 8, thank God. And just on counterblast of Jewel Knight, you get free grade 1. It's just stupid. Constant early pressure, fast, and then you finish them strong. Yeah. No, nothing exactly. No, the only thing is the counterblast. 4 12k swingers. I think I would change this again if I had the chance. But for 12k attackers, just obviously you want to hit that first number, that first swing. You're hitting 12, so it's just good to start off everything because you will do some extra column calling with this grade 2, which was actually the MVP of my deck, I think. I run 2 Knight of the Twin Sword.
Would you run more?
I think 2 is good. 3, it might get cloggy. You need Jewel Knights in the front, so only having 1 is good, just because you want to hit your 12. So like, what a lot of times would happen was I would swing this unboosted at 12 with the Vanguard to start, and then I'd swing this column, call another unit. A lot of times it'd be a Sword Me or something, but you call another unit, then you swing the Vanguard, and we're in the multiple attack meta, and this one just allows me to hit, especially the ease I can get my opponent to 5 damage where I know they're not going to let anything through. So a 12k attack is still a 5k shield's a big thing because they can't. Yeah, if they get that trigger, they still lose unless it's a heal trigger. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then to round them out, I run 1 Banding Jewel Knight Miranda. That's what I would change. I would add a second one for one of the 12ks, I think. Yeah. Just too powerful with Ashley on.
Well, yeah, and you only run Ashley's, right? As grade 3s?
No. I have Evanes too. We'll get to that right now. But I do run a few Ashleys. So I chose not a Thing Saver build because I wanted to be stronger on first turn. So I went with 3 reverse Ashley, obviously with the limit break enabler.
Oh, your first grade 3 turn.
Yeah, first grade 3 turn. If I go first, yeah. If I'm not striding first, I still have a very powerful opening turn because I call something on grade 2, I call something on grade 3. And, a lot of times I can get it over 25k or whatever with a booster and a Cymbeline. So just all around solid effect. Great against the heavy number of Great Nature players where I can just pick off those damn pencil whatevers.
Crayon Tigers,
thank you. Not pencil koalas, but Crayon Tigers. I hate them. So it was really good to get those really annoying units off the field.
But did you see any Aquaforce players?
I did. I played one Aquaforce player, and I used the same effect. I skipped a stride. The extra drive check, the extra numbers weren't as good as getting that unit off the field. Yep, exactly. So I went with 3. Well, let me finish off. I went with 1 Break Ride. I think I changed that too. It's just not necessary. It kind of clunked around.
You never got a cross ride off?
I only once on a misplay.
And it doesn't even matter, dude?
It didn't, yeah.
Okay.
It does help. I'm not going to lie, being cross ride helped, but it just never came into play this tournament. Not completely necessary. Just eh.
Would you change it to a 4th Evane, or?
I'm not sure if I'd go
or Daigo, if you will?
Yeah, Daigo or Daigo. I would go, I don't know about 4th Evane. Evane was awesome, won me a game. Just hits a solid 27 plus critical if you have 6 Jewel Knights on the field, which you usually will, at least by the time you swing. I might leave it and just add an extra grade 2, and just run the 7 instead of the 8 grade 3s. But I like Evane. I don't think 3 is necessary because you also want to you only want to do it once. You don't want Sword Me's in your center column.
Right.
So, and then on to triggers. What made my deck unusual is I didn't run Tiffany's and I didn't run Margles. I ran 4 of the Jewel Knight triggers just because I needed to make up for the PGGs. And really, I had nothing to burn the soul with Sing Saver or Soul Blast 2 drawers. And Tiffany and both Margle, 3Ks only help out one column, which is my 12K column. You know what I mean? They're only going to push that column over a number that's necessary. So
it only make it a 15, and then you got a 7.
Yeah,
so even then,
that's what I'm saying. It was never that critical to run Margles. So plus, these are great to pitch for PGGs and everything else. And like I said, it allowed me to run the PGGs. Standard Jewel Knight, 8 Jewel Knight crit. It's standard. There's nothing to it. And then you top it out with your 4 Jewel Knight heals.
Why didn't you go 2 of these heals and 2 of a different heal? Because you did it with the draw triggers.
I did, but I don't know.
Throw off how many heals does he have in his deck? Who knows?
It's true. He's running ahead. So, and then on to G units.
This is one where you actually got a little.
I did. I
changed. You janked it up a bit.
Besides the starter and the Margles, the other.
And the Thing Savers.
Yeah, here's the Thing Savers. Just get it.
Saint Blow.
Yeah, Saint Blow. Sorry, not Thing Savers. Obviously, big numbers, free criticals, no cost. Awesome. Won me most of my games. You won one Samuel. He won me a game off a damage change, which was awesome. Came to sudden death. Came to time. I go to Samuel. Counterblast 2. Won the game. Thank you. It's kind of dirty, but it works. 2 on hit calls, Gablades. You don't need more than 2, and that's why I chose the 2, because you're only gonna stride maybe 4 times. 2 here, 1 here, and 2 Saint Blows or something like that. So you never need a third. Plus the way the deck calls with my starter and my grade 2s. So the one difference I made is I used the promo Great Stage of Contradiction Giron. And the idea behind that was just on the turns where I knew my opponent had the PG, it was going to block my center column anyway. It allowed me to just push another column over the edge, or at least give them a 1 attack on the first swing. It would be a 12 or more. It was just I used it once. I don't know if it actually helped or not, but it was an idea. I just didn't see the point in running any other stride unit besides
right. Because I know a lot of people like to run Blizza, but you're getting your power here already.
Yeah. You don't need the Blizza. I could go Atmos, but I'm counterblasting enough with, by the time I saw the first stride, I was usually 3 to 4 counterblasts in. You always get 1 Sword Me off, 1 reverse Ashley in your starter. That's 3. So, yeah, I just, like I said, used it once. Don't know if it worked, but
Kind of like replacement Alt Mile.
Yeah, exactly. It was a pseudo Alt Mile. It just helped me achieve a wider column, and more valuable attacks. So, don't know if it helped, but that's how I did it. It won me I won the ARG. So
Arizona.
Arizona. champion. So
Champagne.
that's it.
Congratulations. Nice job.
Thank you to all that we played. Thanks Prescott for coming out, and thanks all of the Arizona players for having an awesome tournament.